What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another vlog. I wanted to talk about some weird things going on right now. I had some stuff happen overnight that I've never had happen before, and I've been facing some mental challenges. As always, I've started new medication, and I've got to talk to my doctor. But I wanted to touch on this here because maybe other folks have had it, or maybe they've lived with the condition throughout their life. But um, So a few things. Number one, I was playing a Pokemon game as I usually do before bed last night. I saved my file because I knew I was getting tired. I was about to fall asleep. I was listening to a Jackie Kennedy tour of the White House. It's very calming to me, so I use it on a loop, and I had that going. So anyway, saved my file, turned the game off, and fell asleep. So I woke up this morning and a few things happened. All right, number one, the game was on. I had caught 4 or 5 Pokemon that I didn't even recognize that were in my party. I was battling a Tauros, and I had another Tauros out. I like Tauros. I had caught a few, but I had not caught any last night, and I definitely didn't change my party because I have a party that I've been sticking with. I get into work, half my emails have been deleted. Luckily, I was able to recover most of them. I verified with my IT department that I was the only one that showed IPs to be logged in, my assigned IP. There was no outside logins, right? So I track the IP activity, and it shows logins from like 3 to 5 a.m., like just off and on. Now, they've told me that obviously it makes sense because the time of the computer Chrome will, keep me logged into Gmail overnight. It'll sometimes do, status updates for any received or any sent. But these were deleted around 3:45 to 3:50 a.m. In a series of deletions. So there's that, right? Those two things happening is crazy enough. But there was something else that happened too. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, so I use Klarna to finance certain things, and what I wake up to again is a notice from Klarna that there was a card that was trying to be created overnight, but the amount was too large because there are limits to these apps, and but the amount was too large for me to create a one-time card to do anything like that. So I looked at Klarna, I looked at the activity history, I looked at the logins, whatnot, I looked at the cards created. This was created overnight. Now, why am I saying all this? What's going on? I theorize. At first, I thought somebody was hacking me and it had to do with work, my home, but the Pokemon activity is the X factor here because, I mean, to my knowledge, you can't remote in from a remote location onto a Switch console and play somebody's game. I was talking with, with somebody about it, and nobody professionally, but I mentioned it to Lady Psylocke, and I've mentioned it to a family member, and I'm a little worried that I might be sleepwalking. Because I know that with sleepwalking, you will do things sort of unconsciously. You'll do activities that you'd normally do, but you're not aware of it. It's like losing time almost. Now, again, that's my knowledge of the subject. I've read about it a little bit. So, but this is a first. I've never encountered this in all my life. It's very weird. Of course, my mind being what it is was automatically thinking maybe my house is haunted. I mean, I have my dad's ashes here. Maybe, but it doesn't make any sense on that part. I mean, don't get me wrong, hauntings I think are purely possible, but these activities they just line up to one source, me. Second source, I'm not aware of when this stuff happened. And so anyway, it's really weird. And for those that don't know, I work from home, so my laptop's here at home. I have a workstation. But anyway, it's really weird. I'm posting this, so maybe y'all can give me some insights. What you think. But I try to share any updates to my mental state. Try not to share too much details, but let you guys know what's going on, and go from there. So, I don't know. It was a long weekend. I did a lot of driving. Um, the Pokemon game I can understand. I was probably really tired. Probably, you know, fell asleep within my hand after catching some Pokemon, but then I wake up to the work email deletions, and I work up to a Klarna card trying to be created to buy something that was obviously very expensive. Um, it's just really weird. So I don't know. There's a lot of weird things going on. But I'll tell you one thing that makes the day better was that Super Mario RPG announcement. So anyway, weird activity. I hope y'all are doing well. Stay safe, stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. I'll keep you updated, especially if this happens again. Thankfully, there doesn't seem to be any real damage mentally, physically. I didn't have any bruises, or injuries to my body that I wasn't aware of. And the technical aspect with the emails and the console and my finances, there doesn't seem to be an impact to that. And I was able to recover all the email deletions. We'll see. I'm not. Hey, what do I know? What are you gonna do about it, eh? You should use it as a thumbnail. But anyway, um, yeah, just my 2 cents. For the second time, remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. See ya.